There's too many foreigners in the UK. It's like killing the culture. It's diluting the culture. English culture, like English music, English food, English ways of thinking. We're the best country that ever fucking lived. We fucking made America pretty much. We went over there. Our philosophies went over there. America developed it and took it to the next level. We've invented pretty much all the best shit ever. And our culture should be protected. In the same way in Japan, it's all Japanese people. I wouldn't want to change that. I wouldn't want even loads of British people to come here because we're going to change it into Britain. We'll change it into Britain to less of a degree than like mass Islamic migration will turn England into some like Islamic thing, because most of them want Sharia law. Most of the British people in Japan don't want English law or like English culture. They like the culture. So there's nothing wrong with that. But leftists use immigration as a tactic in order to demonize their rivals and censor people and silence people because people are afraid to talk about it. Nigel Farage is like, there's just too many foreigners. There's too much migration. The British people have a negative population replacement rate. The Muslims who come have a positive population replacement rate. The most popular baby name in the whole of the UK is Mohammed, and that proves it. And we don't want our culture to disappear. So he supports that. It's common sense. He supports not having illegals. He supports stopping the boats and all the fucking migration stuff. He doesn't support net zero because it's economic suicide. He just looks like the only like normal British person out there, and he's very British as well. He's a bit cringe, but he's endearingly British. He's become endearing because British culture is so under threat, in my opinion. So fuck it, man. Like something's happening with Nigel Farage, which is very, very interesting. So he's coming, bruv. He is fucking coming. Victoria in the comments says, you want to live in another country, then you adapt, not the other way around. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out. Exactly. But you've seen these like radical Islamic clerics and stuff saying the plan is, you know, to become the majority and all this kind of stuff. And they don't drink alcohol. They don't eat bacon. They don't assimilate well. A close family member of mine was dating a Muslim, and she committed suicide because she was westernized, but the parents would not allow her to marry my family member. And that shows you how hardline they are and how they don't integrate, because they will not allow anyone to marry their children unless they read the whole Quran. So my family member read the Quran and he didn't believe in it, and they wouldn't allow him to get married. And so the daughter killed herself. That shows you everything you need to know. They don't allow their culture to mix with other cultures or marry into other cultures. So I think you should have people from all cultures in your country, but you shouldn't allow mass migration to the point where the people who made the country become a minority. Then you don't have a country anymore. Then it just becomes another country in your country. And that is not a controversial thing to say. Any single country want that. And if you say that's racist or whatever, well then those people who are coming in, who you say should be supported and should become the majority, they wouldn't want you to become the majority in their country. Like, who would want anyone's country to be taken over by another country? Even if it was you have to be on the same page and share the same ideals. And that's why America works so well, because I remember there was a point where people thought, oh, like the Hispanic vote, you know, they're going to take over and they're going to replace the population. The thing is, the Hispanics buy into the American dream, a lot of them. So I got Puerto Rican friends out there. They're as American as they fucking come, bruv. They're like Trump voters. They get it. So they integrate. But the thing is, if you bring people in who don't integrate, it can be problematic. But even if people do integrate, you still wouldn't want the original people to be taken over by someone else from another country. But I could accept that if they bought into the ideals. Because once you buy into ideals and then those people are having children, I think you're the same as anyone who's come before. You just look a little different. But the problem is when you have a belief system that doesn't integrate, then that's a problem.